Yes. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Welcome to another episode of No Chaser TV. This is going to be your Real Housewives of New Jersey recap, where we're going to give our thoughts on this season of Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I have two founding fathers, two founding women in the game, excuse me, the pioneers, the legends, the creators of the Women in Reality TV, and bosses in their own right. Angie K, what's the T, and John, what's really going on? Okay.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so
No,
happy to be here
period.
with you,
First
lady.
off, Chase with the background is giving Real Housewives of
Like, come on, come
I'm,
through.
I'm in, I'm in what's her name's house, Sutton's house. Period.
Y'all should have told me we was doing these nice ass backgrounds. I would have
I did
listened.
a little virtual. You were in this. I'm in my house. This little virtual.
Listen to me. These two created the room that helped me refine my love, and they gave me a opportunity to shine. And I could never do anything that I've done without them being in that timeline. And so I'm just so grateful to have them here. Like I said, they are BOSSES bosses, okay? And so the fact that they're taking time out to speak with us about this is great. You see, they got their own band, they besties, they got their own thing going on. Angie, can you tell them a little bit about you before we get started? And then Joan, you too, and then we're gonna get right into the review, y'all.
Well, what's going on, y'all? I'm Angie K. Don't forget the K, okay? And I am a reality TV lover, do a little stuff in the music industry, artist management, all that good stuff. But what I do love is some good tea when it comes to these housewives. So, Jersey, person born and raised. So I'm so excited to talk about this.
Yes, and my name is Joan. I don't have no G, don't forget the G. That's Angie. But yes, like Angie said, I work in the music industry as well, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about Raggedy New Jersey, and I'm excited to talk about it because we both from Jersey and we're ready to talk about all the shit that went down and all the shit that, well, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Okay, quick question. You ladies are from Jersey. Have you ever been to Patterson?
Yes.
Listen, I went to William Patterson, right in Wayne, right next to Patterson. So we know all of that. We know
Okay,
all
what about Bergen County?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm from Bergen County.
Bergen County.
Okay. Also, well, we're gonna get into it. Let's not even do it. We're gonna get into it. Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna have fun, and let's get right on into it. We got our production assistant in the back. Hey, Demisio. Hey, B Honey. Hey, Sean. And hey, whoever else is gonna come in when y'all come in. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. As Rachel Fuda gets the first scene.
I couldn't understand that either. Why? Why?
You know what? I'm just gonna say, even before we even break the scene down, I feel like the reason why Rachel Fuda got the first scene is because Teresa got up there with her big ass mouth at the reunion and said, "This is the Teresa show, and I'm gonna see y'all later, and I will never see you again, Melissa. After this, they were gonna fire Melissa, and then she said it, and now they're proving a point."
I agree. I feel like, first off, no, because I counted 5 minutes into Rachel's scene, you talking about Teresa. 5 minutes, 12 seconds. You already talking about Teresa. Babe, stop talking about. Are we going to address the elephant in the room? John Fuda and that Ozempic, put it down. Put the injection needle down. Put it
Is that what
down.
he's allegedly high off of, Joan? Because
What?
is he allegedly high off the Ozempic and now other drugs? Because I
Oh,
don't know what
no,
we
no,
got.
Ooh.
I don't
Ooh,
believe that.
that could explain the erratic behavior. That could
Uh,
explain the erratic behavior because there
You
was
need to
no need.
let me finish. You need to let me get spit
With
it
that,
out.
with that lip.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well,
And that pop collar. I should have walked home so I could pop
sorry.
it.
No, wait.
Yes.
I
No,
can't.
Johnny, you need one down, one up, one down, one up.
One down, one up. It was like he is
And I
off
need a
his
drink.
rocker.
You should have let me finish.
Yeah. Spit it out. Okay.
No, but
So
that's
we
the end. That's the end. We gotta get to the beginning.
right, we haven't even started. Okay. So Rachel
All
Fuller
right,
gets the
breathe,
first
breathe.
scene and throws the whole season off for me. And I'm like, what the hell? What is she doing here?
I
She's
did it
catching up
too.
with her family, and they break bread together. Rachel is throwing the birthday party for Jen Fessler, who will be known as Fessler. And if she gets messy, we're gonna call her Messler too. But for right now, when I say Fessler, y'all know it's Jen Fessler. Okay. So Fessler, now she invited Teresa and Aiden to come to the event Aiden did not respond to her. Jennifer Aiden did not respond to Rachel, but Teresa didn't let her know that her and Louis would be attending. When she stated that she invited Jen Aiden, not Nona, said with the nose, and I'm like, oh,
I
here we
know. I
go.
was.
Babe,
Angie, what you think?
noses.
She was being messy. She was being. I feel like that's why they gave her the first scene though, because they felt like her grandma and all that little trash talking that she doing with everything was gonna be very entertaining. But all I see is just people being haters. Y'all just straight haters. Y'all got no life. I'm sorry. That's all I saw.
Sean, I need to know why you like Rachel. One, and then two, because I need a list of reasons on why. And then, my
Mm.
biggest thing is y'all don't even have enough seats to sit your family, so y'all really don't be out in that patio that often. That's what I. That was it. See, little things like that is what I catch up on. She's talking about we have enough chairs for that thing, and then she's talking about John don't eat that much now. John don't eat that much now. So
I bet.
he need. I bet. I bet.
But how you gonna call her nose when you look at your granddaughter's nose?
Cindy Lou Who? Like, what? The irony.
It's like what? What are we talking about?
Rachel from Whoville. I was really shook. I
Exactly.
couldn't believe
Whoville.
it.
Rachel from Whoville is what her new name needs to be. Yes,
That's
yes.
her new name, Rachel from Whoville.
Rachel from Whoville talking about anyone's nose, but I must admit, regardless to how bad I hate the Fudas, Nona did crack me up. She was like, with the nose, God, you better get your stuff in here. You better get your little camera
You
time,
want your
Nona.
little camera time. I know, Grandma.
Read your read, Nona. All
Period.
right. Melissa's with Antonia packing for college. Anyway, Teresa is with.
No, let's talk about it. We seen Antonia grow up. It's like it's a moment, but like sis, be realistic. Like you cannot take everything in your closet. Do you know the dorms? How the dorms be looking like? I'm
Yeah, I don't know
sorry,
where she's
she
going to
need
put
to
all that
really
stuff
get
at.
herself together.
I was concerned about the dog in the diaper. Why don't they just potty train him? But that's not my problem. Also, Melissa, that house is a mess. Like it's not decorated. Like it doesn't have a general theme. I was HGTV and looking at that. She's talking about everything I did. Girl, people posted your house and they were like, you need to fix this, and you fixed it. So
And she was
this is
fixing
not
it.
handcrafted from your brain cells, girl.
Well,
But she want to act. I think she really wants to make it seem like I'm not bothered by Teresa. I'm not. I'm better. Like I'm above the drama. I'm above. But as soon as y'all go downstairs, y'all want to have a moment about Gia talking about,
I helped Gia.
I've done this before. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
help your niece. Just say you help Gia. Like you want to have a moment so bad. Y'all can't help but bring up Teresa. I get it. She is that girl. She is
she's
that
the
HSP.
queen.
But damn, have a moment to yourselves. It's about Antonia anyway.
But she lied too. She literally said, I don't want to talk about Teresa in these confessionals. The next confessional, she talking about Teresa. The next confessional, she talking about Teresa. I just couldn't understand.
I mean, I was fooled because I thought that was like it for her because Teresa's right in after that. So they're doing like a dual family scene. Teresa's with Gabriella. Teresa said that she never cried for Gia because Gia was like 45 minutes up the road. But
Right.
I'm saying Gabriella, that's her dog. And everybody got, I know people not supposed to have children that's their favorite, but people
But
have
they,
children
No,
that's
she
her
said it.
dog.
She said it. She wrote
he
her
said
letters
it.
every
He
day.
said it.
Uh, Gabriella held her down while she was in the Slammer Jammer. Now
Mhm.
Melissa forgot that Joe moved into college. Joe moved Gia into college, like Joan said, and Teresa opens her newly arrived wedding album at dinner with the family. Now remember, the Gorgas opted not to attend the wedding for whatever the reason.
Oh, I forgot
We
about
don't like whatever the reason. Anyway, Teresa was mad at God. She says for having to go to jail and losing her both of her parents, but uh, from it all, she was able to meet her soulmate Louis, and so she feels like that was the purpose behind everything happening the way that it did. Now I don't question God. You get what I'm saying? And here's my thing. You may be able to question God, just like God, I'm not understanding what's going on right now. Could you reveal to me what's happening? Da da da, right? But I don't think that was the answer that God gave her being Louis Ruelas. I just gotta be honest. I don't see it for Louis, y'all. I don't
You
live.
don't see it for Louis.
I
Okay.
don't like Louis. It's something very scuzzball, slime ball, leechy on, attachy to.
Okay.
just a little bit smarter than Teresa, so he's able to, maneuver his way into this situation. Like something about it feels off. The fact that they didn't sign a prenup, and they were listening to Gia for marital advice. Like none of it makes sense to me. I don't live.
What about you, Angie? How do you feel about Louis? I've
I
never
felt
had.
like, so at first I'm sitting here listening to this testimony and I'm like, I understand. I can understand, the frustration. She went through a lot. But then at the end, for her to say it was all for Louis, that threw me off. I felt like maybe you could have said, like,
My
even me and
man
my
must got a
daughter got
knocker on him.
close. Like, I don't know, like it just revealed the real relationship and I had to leave my ex-husband. Maybe that would could have been the case. You know what I'm saying? I grew closer with my children. Something, I just don't think that, but I'm happy for Teresa. If Teresa's happy, cool. But all I gotta say is I seen the preview of what's happening later. So it don't look like that's what
No,
God wanted.
I heard rumors that that's like a Teresa's going through it like with something else. Have you heard
So
those
it's not,
rumors?
he didn't
It's
take out
not
her money.
about Louis or nothing. It's about something else that happens. Like
Well, I
with
hope
her.
it's not about Louis because like I said, it's something else
I heard
about
it's
Louis.
not.
Y'all know how I am. I'm a good judge of character, and I'll be like, I don't like that person. Everybody
Yeah,
be
he
like,
just
Faye.
never gave, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just always been something. But like, I'm not mad. I'm happy Teresa gonna stand beside
That
him.
man clearly is doing something right because he knocking the boots off Miss Patterson for him to be so it thinks. So I don't know. I'm impartial about Louis. Like I don't think he's a monster, but also at the same time, like Teresa is not gonna go for Mr. Holy. Like Teresa is gonna go for a crazy ass man because that girl it has some screws loose as well. Love her, but she got some screws loose. Um, and about the scene, about the first of all, someone said it. Louis' son has great dinner table manners, and he is a gentleman. Their sons are gentlemen. I love the
Yeah.
relationship he has with Melania has with one of his sons.
Hmm.
Because it's just like they genuinely, I feel like the siblings generally do get along. And at the end of the day, Louis be doing it up for the girls though. He know
Mhm.
that's something you can't mess with Teresa and the
No,
girls.
he don't play about the
He know
girls,
Wait,
man.
how did y'all feel about him saying that Gabrielle told him that she loves him?
well, she must
Oh
love
wait, no,
him.
we jumping. We're gonna get to it.
That's
Oh,
jumping.
that
We
wasn't
jumping
the
to
same
Now
story.
wait a
Dolores.
minute,
Okay,
Angie
my bad,
K and
my
John. Now
bad,
y'all know y'all
my
don't
We
play
bad.
about
jumping
that
to
jumping.
Dolores.
My bad, my bad. I
But I
thought
will say,
it
someone said it. I do love the importance of him. And you see, they did not mention they wasn't over there chatting it
They
up
didn't mention it
about
once.
any else on the cast. Everybody else want to talk about Teresa the moment y'all get on the screen because y'all know that's the attention grabber, and that's the problem at hand. Stop trying to be with the queen. Y'all want to always fight the queen. Y'all should get on her team, but y'all want to be with Fishmouth. Y'all want to be
Oh
with Fishmouth.
Lord. Okay.
No, she did talk a little bit though. She did.
She did, but it was
She
nothing
did.
like everybody else.
Yeah. Okay. So before we leave up out of here,
Yeah.
Melissa tells Joe, that Teresa is going to be at the party, and Joe says that he doesn't care who's going to be there, and that Melissa should wave at her since Teresa said at the reunion that she would never see them again after that. Melissa says that she's not answering any more Teresa questions, and I just feel like I don't know. I mean, obviously they're the ops now, so you can talk mess about your op, or you know what I'm saying. Can't nobody tell you how to get your lick back. You know what I mean? But that's still your brother and your sister. And for me, if I wasn't speaking to my brother, I'm not trashing him on camera. But that's me. And I just want to
Understandable.
know, Angie, do you feel like that is normal, like for people who fall out with siblings to trash them even though they're not in great places? Like, is it acceptable or is it not? Not, and we're just gonna take Team Teresa and Team Melissa out of this. Is it acceptable to throw shade at your brother or your sister or your they or your them or whatever they call themselves? Is it acceptable to do that even though you're family?
Listen, I could talk about my family, but nobody else could talk about my
Okay.
family. And at the end of the day, I'm going to know the time and the place. So I'm not going to bring it up on national television of that I got beef with the family. We gonna keep it a front. You know what I mean? Keep it cute and mute. Don't do too much. I think that at this point though, her whole family, her life has been on television for so long. So to her, it's like a blurred line. Like, y'all seen everything. So I feel like she just fed up. But at the end of the day, it's so sad for me because I hate that. I feel like that's your brother, that's your blood. You know, that's the only other blood you have left.
He
Like,
ain't
I
shit
would
though.
not allow this to get in between y'all. Like, it's too much. Actually, it's actually like disheartening to see, to watch. I hate it.
It is disheartening, but Joan, you said he's what?
He ain't shit. I hate Joe Gorga. I hate Joe Gorga. I hate his little he wanna be a housewife.
He do.
I can't. I can't. He needs to cut it out. Like you talk about, oh, I want you to go there and be, hey, like why you want her to do that? Because you like the antics. You like to get her riled up, and then when she come at you and go off on you, then you want to be victim, and that's my problem. You can't be the bully and the victim. But we'll
It's a
see.
lot of that in New Jersey. All right, you guys. Trap Mouth Marge visits Fessler. I'm sorry, I don't like Marge either. So now we got people in the room. Now, hey to the people in the room. Um, I'm not Team Marge on anything. It's never going to happen. I am very fair, though. So if a person who I don't see it for is right, I will always say that they're right. Is that true?
Amen. That is
That's
true.
true.
And
That's all
Andy's
I'm
very
saying.
impartial. I will say I have strong views. Like I love Teresa. Because I see Sean says Jennifer lets her talk. Well, Jennifer was assaulted by Joe, but we'll get to that, on BravoCon. But let's go. Let's go.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So Trap Mouth is visiting Fessler at her home, and she brings a dildo for her birthday.
A
Yeah.
heart shaped vibrator to be exact.
I don't want to see Marge with one of those at all. Anyway,
Ew.
Mark says she feels. Um, ooh, look at the way I wrote this. Don't make no sense.
Well, I do
I don't know.
remember it. It was she was talking about how she's not feeling herself
Yes, thank you.
because she's feeling down. I just watched that a few hours ago. That's how I know exactly. Because she's feeling down because her stepson is engaged, and her ex husband's not alive, and he's not going to be able to be there, and she just feeling she didn't get to grieve him, and all of a sudden, oh, but let's talk about your birthday. A fake tear. Let me eat this fruit.
That's
I
exactly
don't know
what
how we
happened in the
got from
scene.
pool to this. I don't know how we got. My pool just got done too. My life is not. I don't know what I'm talking about.
But you know what's crazy? Okay, I feel like she still will as well within her rights to grieve Jan passing. But was she that great to him while he was alive?
I didn't even know they had a good relationship. I can't remember that.
I didn't either.
I thought it was like a whole thing because of how it all
The
went down.
infidelity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what else? And especially because the children don't mess with her. The kids don't bump with her like Danielle said. The children don't talk to her.
So that's
So
how I was confused.
I was confused too. However, anytime there's a loss and you're grieving it, I give you grace on that. I'm not
Mhm.
going to tear her ass up by how she did Jan while he was here on Earth. I'm not going to do that. Um, we're just going to move on from Troutmouth because
It
I
also
know that.
could be guilt.
Oh,
Wait,
that is
but
true.
wait, are we still on this exact scene though?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, good.
yeah.
You
Because
got anything you want to add?
I know you trying to get to the
No,
later.
I
Yeah,
want
we
to
try to get to the box, but you
yeah, go
got
ahead.
anything
So
you
keep
want to
going,
add?
keep
Yeah.
going. Now
Keep
I'm
going.
there.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, y'all. We're running through it. Teresa and Louis go to dinner. I like this scene. Teresa and Louis went to dinner with Polly and Dolores. Louis asks Polly when he is going to put a ring on Dolores, and they agree that he has to get divorced first.
Let's
When,
get there.
Polly?
It's been 10
It's
years.
been 10 years.
But does it? But my thing is, he's currently in the process. He said he's almost done. Um,
The-
I
is he
that
done yet? Right now, is he divorced already or no?
in real life. I don't
I
know.
don't know. We should
Let
look
me.
that
I'm gonna
up
look
and
that
bring it
up. But
back.
let's keep chatting. But I
Can
genuinely,
someone look that up for us?
yeah, I'm gonna look that up. Someone look that. But I genuinely do like Polly and Dolores. I think that everybody want to make it a big deal. First of all, these people are tipping 50, 60 years old. They do not have to put a ring on it right now. Like they said, you're not about to have kids. So like everybody here, oh please, he's gonna. I hope he gets divorced because he shouldn't. Obviously, if he's living with her, first of all, his house. I love that little house in Jersey
I love
City.
that house.
I love that house in Jersey City too. But I just feel like they have a good relationship and they are happy. Like I feel like Dolores is happy. Like Paulie be, I know he be getting in Black Dolores in her BBL. Oh, does
Um,
this divorce have anything to do with money? See, let me look it up. But you got Angie, give your
Mm.
thoughts on Chase.
All right. I like this scene too. I like this scene a lot. Granted, I could already tell they've had this conversation already. So this was just for, us viewers to be an insight. Like they already knew they had a conversation, all that good stuff. Teresa, it ain't nothing new that people be plotting against each other.
Oh, but I
Like,
haven't even got that. Oh, Lord
so they
Jesus.
don't
Hold
count. All right. Do the whole break. I be trying to figure out the whole scene and then y'all just go ahead.
I'm sorry. We just stopped to talk about, the marriage of it all. But what I will say is, I don't even feel like Dolores really want to get married. I think she's happy doing what they're doing.
No, I think she do. I think she
You
sees
do?
Teresa. I think she sees Teresa and the fact that Teresa has been able to start this whole new life at the exact same age. And
Mhm.
now it's giving her a little bit more incentive to be like, I'm not mad if I get married or not, especially because her last man, at first, she was really like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married. Then she finally got into that little, I need a ring or I'm leaving. She left. So I feel like now moving into this next
That's
relationship,
true.
he kind of sold her a dream in the beginning, like we're going to be together. But now he playing games again, which I think is gonna turn into a whole
Supposedly, it is about money. I just looked it up. It is about money.
what
Um,
that she don't get half or something.
I don't know. It's something about the money, but no, he needs to get a divorce. I
Paulie's
agree.
rich.
Yeah, he's
So
rich.
that house in
He
Jersey
rich.
City,
He got
that's
money.
rich. That's rich.
Okay.
No, I'm saying
Listen,
that little
and
upper
to be
house,
in Jersey City, he paying.
he
Okay.
paid at least 3 mil, 4 mil.
Now, one thing about Dolores, she's not messing with no broke, is her?
Hell no.
I know that's right, Dolo. They go ahead and discuss that Louis sent John Fuda a text message wanting to meet him in private, one on one, to discuss their issues. John Fuda declined it and turned it down and said, "No, we can go ahead and meet at Jim Fessler's party in front of everyone next week." They're all confused as to why he would want to do that if he was truly looking to resolve the issue. So then that happens, and then to round things up, Tree is speaking. It says that she's not speaking to Melissa and Joe. And Frank told Louis that Marge and them had a meeting around her house before the reunion to take both of them down. Uh, then she also asked that Danielle told Fessler. Excuse me, Danielle told her that Fessler said at the reunion to the other side of the couch that the takedown didn't go
Love
as
it.
planned and it was poorly executed. And so that seals the deal for Teresa and all that she needs to know. And Paulie says that he heard it too. Dolores, like, she wanted to drop dead right then when he confirmed it. And Dolores says that she's not surprised because people always have strategy meetings before reunions, and I'll give her that. Yes. However, it was definitely a concerted effort to, in my opinion, from the last reunion to not talk about their issues and to center it around how could you not be a brother to a sister to your brother and to your sister-in-law Teresa. Like, it was slanted against Teresa, and there was a lot that could have been discussed last season that wasn't addressed at the reunion. Now, Angie K, what do you think about the whole sit down? Now that we know about marriage and the teas and the secret meetings, where are you landing on everything?
I just feel like, overall, I don't like Dolores. I get it. Dolores is trying to be Switzerland. And I don't know if I feel away because it's like, I think that she may have to pick a side. Like, if Teresa really a girl, like, ride or die with it. And I just feel like sometimes she really do be playing the fence with it. And so sometimes I really just want her to say, all right, Teresa, like, I'm behind you.
I want my friend to stand on business, period.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's it.
especially because Frank got in it. And so I do feel like Dolores chewed Frank up. And that's why Frank came back and had to spill the tea. Like, I'm sorry.
Yes. I
That.
think the words got into him like, if you ever, Teresa, back from the don't ever turn your back on family. Period.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I think they
Especially, you know what
ate
it
him
was?
up.
I feel, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you know what I also feel like it was? At first, I was like, the reason why Dolores wasn't surprised at it is because she was at the meeting. But when I go back and think to her reaction at the
Yeah,
union,
she was surprised.
I don't think she was at the. I think she may have knew, but she wasn't at the actual planning of it, and that's why she shut it down. Like, no, we're not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, leave my son out of it. I don't want to hear that. I do like Dolores too, but my thing is, I just feel like she just, you know what I mean? We know how she feels, but she always just wants to play in the middle. So it's just kind of like, say it with your chest at this point. And I don't think that Dolores does too much for Teresa to have to show up for her for real. Like, it's she's not really in anything.
She's
But
not, but she's not. I've never really felt there have been instances, Like outside of like if Dolores doesn't like you and it's against Teresa, Dolores is riding, right? But
Mhm.
there have been instances where Teresa has been right and she hasn't really rolled for her, and there have been instances where Teresa's been wrong and she's let her know. So to me, I don't really know. I don't
Both of
really
them.
feel like how last year everybody made a big deal that Dolores wasn't initially in the wedding party. First of all, the girl didn't want to be on
Okay, I forgot about
television.
that. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
That was a little. Mm-hmm.
but to me, it wasn't suspect because she says, we don't do the things that I consider my close friends to do. We don't go out to eat. We don't go shopping. That's all
Yeah,
it
I
takes to
think they
Teresa.
just have a long history and they're loyal to each other and they keep it as that.
I don't. I mean, for me, I don't feel like they're great friends.
I feel like anymore, but maybe this season we're gonna see a difference because she falls out with Marge, right? Dolores and Marge fall out. Is that what
I
it
don't
is?
Yeah.
know. I don't think Dolores gonna change. I think she's gonna keep riding that fence.
Hmm.
I
I
do.
know because I seen
Wait,
her in the middle. Her in the middle. Did that shock anybody else too?
no, they put her in the middle because they can't put Teresa in the middle right now.
Yeah,
That's
Teresa
all
blew
it
up the
was.
spot.
That was all it was. That
Yeah.
was all it was. Also, I'm screaming because I love the beginning. We didn't talk about that. Dolores at the table with all the hamburgers and all the food on the floor, like, and then they talk about 2 months later. I'm like, all right, guys, whatever. Christening part
Yes.
two. Um,
So and she was still in the middle of the table. Everybody was gone, so she didn't pick a side. So
Also, because I know you already broke down this scene entirely when it came
go ahead.
to what Louis said.
Yes.
I think that Louis was being a gentleman, hitting him up like, "Hey, let's have a separate conversation. Let's not do this for cameras." You know what I mean? He
Right.
didn't want the first meetup to be an explosion. But you know what? John Fuda, he wanna be Queen Bee this season. He
Yeah.
got skinny. I don't know if he did gastric sleeve, cocaine, or Wegovy, but he's doing all three or one. Okay,
Well,
and
Goldie,
Allegedly.
what
you didn't know if he was doing the sleeve cocaine.
Wegovy, cocaine, or he got gastric sleeve.
I'm done with you. Keep
So
going.
it's either three of those. I don't know what he did, but now he wants to be the center of the stage, and I don't have time for it. Oh, allegedly, allegedly,
Yeah.
allegedly,
Mhm.
Look,
allegedly,
all know our
allegedly.
production. Look, we got a production assistant, Delisio, who everyone loves, and he's new to this, but he kind of true to this. Go to where it says banners, and then once you get to banners, switch it from this and click allegedly, because I forgot all three of us up here, and we're gonna say what we want to say. So
You know us. You
we're
know
gonna say
us.
it,
I don't
child.
know
So
what he's doing, but he wanted to start it. So he already hit you off camera. Let's talk. You didn't want to. You didn't want to. So now you want to have a moment. Bye, wig. But that's all I have to say about this scene. Also, the food did look divine in there. That looked like a nice place. I need to figure out where that is in Jersey, Andrew.
Mhm.
I totally agree that it was a thirst move. I also do think that normally Teresa probably would have been down to have that conversation and Louis them have a conversation in public, but she calculated what they wanted. So she was a step ahead of them, or Louis was a step ahead of them. Whoever thought of that? No, let's meet in person. Let's not meet at a
At the
group
party.
event because they knew what was going to happen. And as we'll see, I think Teresa's another 10 steps ahead of them in the reality TV game as far as what actually ended up happening at the event. Teresa and Jen Aiden are on the way to the party and they're going without Louis, who at the last minute has a business deal that came up in Florida. And this is the 10 steps ahead that I'm talking about. You don't want to be in private, y'all not fighting in public. You're not going to get the
Yeah.
airtime off my man. Business deal in Florida. Do you believe, Angie K, that it was a true? One, two, three, agree or disagree. So I want to say one, two, three, agree or disagree, and then we're going to say agree to my
Wait.
question or disagree to my question. The
Okay.
people in the group chat, to the people, when I do one, two, three, agree or disagree, y'all know by now, you're going to go ahead and just say whether or not you guys agree as well or disagree. Hey, everybody out there on X watching us. Hey, everybody out there on YouTube land watching us. All right, so the question is, was there really a business deal in Florida? So when I say one, two, three, agree or disagree, we're going to say agree or disagree. Okay. So the question is, was there really a business deal in Florida? One, two, three, agree or
Agree.
disagree?
No.
Disagree. I feel
Agree.
like it was a lie.
No, it was a lie. But I get it
No,
though to protect my man. I would have told him, don't come because what they want is us to act like a fool in here, babe. And we not gonna give it to them tonight. We not gonna give it to them tonight.
let
Because
me tell
since
you
you didn't
why
want to
I
be on my
agree though.
terms, fuck you. We'll go.
I agree only because I believe that was it scheduled beforehand? No. But did they actually schedule one so that he didn't have to go? Absolutely. So he did go to it, but you know what I mean? It was just to get it out. It
Or
was
you
just
feel
to get
like he
out.
knew? You feel like he always had the option to go and he wasn't gonna go, but
Right,
now he is.
exactly. Exactly. He's like,
Okay.
nah, I'm not doing this.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Well, I feel like it was made up on the spot and he at the house with the children. That's what I think. Okay. So the party is the same day that Fudas ex revealed that John allegedly like spangles up his butt, as well as two-sided dildos. Everyone is at the party, and I mean a two-sided. I've never had to use one. Well, I've never used one. You don't have to do
I
anything, but
had
I've
to
never
look that
used one.
up.
I
I know
just
what they are
I
though. I
just
know people. I know people who've used them. So the people in the group chat, have y'all used two-sided dildos? Let us know,
let
and
us
then
know
call
how
us
it
up
works
after
with
the review
let
and
us
let us know
know how
how it
it
went.
works for
Okay.
him and his ex-wife.
Right. So they definitely. Anyway,
They learned some tricks up in the slammer.
yeah, the slammer jammer. Everyone is at the party, and Teresa and Jennifer Aiden walk in, and they don't speak to Joe, which made me happy.
I
Teresa,
loved how they did that. I love how they kept it high. And first of all, I love her
I didn't
ponytail.
like it.
Why did she gonna
well,
say
wait,
hi, Angie?
That's her brother
wait.
though.
Before we get to, let me finish it, and then I want to know. Okay.
I
So
give you credit.
Teresa. Oh, I just love Teresa. Teresa shares dry hellos with Marge, who kind of pays her desert dust, and then goes running back to report to Melissa. And then Jackie's back, and Marge is upset and making a big to do about nothing about Jackie giving an advance copy of her book to Melissa, who surely had to have help reading it as a part of her podcast appearance. And Marge is just doing too much. So Marge is already starting to get on my nerves with this Marge versus Jackie thing. Now go ahead, Angie K. Why didn't you like it?
Mhm.
Honestly, like for me, it's just that's family. If you can give Marge a dry hello, you can give your brother a dry hello. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not gonna do that, keep the same energy with everybody. Like, why are we even saying hello to Marge? You get what I'm
Because
saying? So,
Joe
like,
likes it.
I feel like they could have at least, what's up, something. But whatever. It's just sad to see. I told you, I'm here for the family. I want the family to be okay. So I'm never gonna be okay with them not speaking to each other. So that's just it.
I just feel like with him, he'll use that. Like Teresa said hi to me. You see how Marge, if you didn't care about Teresa saying hi to you, you wouldn't run. Teresa said hi to me and then I ran and then I acted like I didn't care. Okay, but you do care because you're talking about it. The moment it happened, you're so weird. You look 95 years old. Stop.
No, she looked good. She looked good now. Whatever Marge did something. Come
She
on.
did,
Marge
but
did
it's just like
something.
too much.
She looks much better.
See, Miss Main Tip said it. Feelings are stronger when it comes to family. It's too much. It's too much. He's
I
too
wouldn't have said hi. I wouldn't have said hi. I'm sorry. And I know y'all know how I am. I love family. I love family. But no, I'm not saying hi. Because did you say hi to me when you was trying to get that tea over to Danielle about me? Talking about I ain't speak to my nephew back in season 2. Was you trying to be my family then? Did you get on the show for 10 years and run me out like a dog? And don't get me started on my this is why I don't like Melissa bag. Because I just don't feel like they deserve it. I feel like last season they poked and prodded Teresa into an argument. They finally get it. They finally get the blow up they want, and then at the reunion, oh no, we can't believe you're not speaking to us, even though we didn't show up to your wedding. Like, get out of here. Um, I wish I knew some Italian because I would throw an Italian word in there, like focaccia or something like that. I don't know. Like, you just got me all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't live for it. I don't like it. I'm done
But
with
y'all
it.
know with Joe, all it takes is a hello, and then he's in his mind like, I might have to talk to Teresa again. I think I gotta talk to my. That's all.
but
Sometimes it
for
just
But
takes
if I'm
camera.
playing the
But
game,
for
so
camera. But for
if I'm
camera time. That's what
if I'm
he'll do
playing
it
the
for.
game, maybe. But if I'm keeping it real, I'm not speaking to them. That's that. Let them starve. You know what? Since you can do it without me, do it without me, because if you could have did it without me while I was in a slammer jammer, they would have let y'all film, and they didn't. So they don't think that you can.
Period. Like I don't know why Teresa is because Teresa don't articulate well. Because I would have told all of them at that party, bitch, y'all here because I'm here. So shut the up. But anyways, let's keep going with
And
the
she used to
party.
look great, though. She looked great.
We're gonna keep going. Whoa, whoa.
You already knew what was coming with her.
I kind of forgot a little bit.
You know how Joe be.
And in 5 seconds, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, you remember now. You
I
remember.
was like,
Oh
yes.
yes, I get a little passionate.
Different
It's
face
okay.
than
We
now.
love it. We love it. This is gonna be a train wreck this season. Fessler arrives in a surprise that she has a surprise party. And we just love Fessler. She doesn't need to be an official friend of the Housewives. They'll just be a guest and pop up from time to time. Fessler is all right with me. Now Danielle, I loved Danielle last season, but something
See?
tells me this season Danielle is gonna really pull it with
Miss
me,
you.
and I'm not gonna live. And if Danielle you pull it, I just want you to know, last season I was very high on you, but I will let your ass have it. Okay. Uh, Especially about Teresa. I don't play about Tree. Anyway, Danielle barely speaks to Jackie, and it's like, oh my god, I forgot they were even like upset. And Jennifer Aiden is surprised that Marge was so nice. Teresa says the reason why she was so nice is because we're friends, and everybody was like, well, normally everybody's mean to her because y'all are friends. So I don't know if that's it, boo. But I actually understand people so used to Teresa being, a little light in the loafers, little lip noodle, that she actually made sense. What she was trying to say was, girl, she only doing that because she's trying to make it a point to let me know that she's not speaking to me. So that's why she's
Of
doing all that
course,
shit.
people do that all the time. I'm like, clock the tea. She's being extra nice to you because she knows that you're my only ally in this building right now. Period.
Hey, girl, I would have been like, come on, girl, get your ass over here. I'm over there speaking to her.
I would have been like, Marge, remember what you said about my family? Bye, wig.
Oh yeah, Marge has definitely been double done for like years with me. Toast. And the reason why Marge has been double done, if Marge would have been villain, Marge played the victim and was the villain for a very long time, in my opinion. Like she was always taking shots at Teresa, throwing digs at Teresa. They were like, "Oh, I don't know what they were so mad about. I love Teresa. I love Teresa. I love Teresa." No, you don't. And if she just would have been like, you know what? You told that girl to go ahead and pour that drink on me, or beat me up, or pull my ponytail, and I am never gonna kick it with you. I would have been like, you know what? I gotta respect that. Even though I felt like between Marge and Danielle, that even though Danielle was insufferable, Marge was really nasty to Danielle for a very long time, unwarranted, in my opinion. But that's the back days. We're talking about the nowadays. So let's move right on, because the guys are together, and Paulie explains why he felt John Fuda and Louis should have met in private. John repeats he feels that Paulie is taking a side, and as they're arguing back and forth at this point, because John is saying that he can't get a word out, and Paulie's saying that he can't get a word out, and then that daggone collar starting to get popped on one side.
And I just
Um,
replay that.
I wish I had a picture of it because I would
No,
put it up
because
right now.
I just want to say that argument. This is literally how it was. They're all sitting around. All of a sudden, it's Joe and Fuda talking it up. Joe started it because I just watched this. Joe started it, and Joe goes, "Oh, where's your boy? Where's your boy?" And Fuda's like, "Yeah, where's your boy? Where's your boy? Where's your boy?" And he's like, "What boy are you talking about?" With his Irish accent, "What boy? Huh? Huh?" And he's like, "Owls." And then Joe's like, "Owls, owls, owls, owls." And then Fuda talking about, "Yeah, because you picking a side. You picking a side, Paulie. You picking a side, and I don't want to hear about it anymore." And Paulie's just calm down. And then I know Paulie will beat Fuda's ass. I know
I think Fuda knew it too.
will straighten up if Paulie just pop, pop, pop on him.
Let me tell you, the whole time I'm sitting there like I would have been Dolores. Yeah, my man better hold it down because Dolores was eating it up. She loved it. She looked at her
Dolores
and
like,
like,
you heard him.
let him know,
Right. I know you
But
better back up. I know you better back up. I know that. And baby, one thing about it, Red Paulie was backing him up off his ass, wasn't he, at that event? That's what I'm gonna call him, Red Paulie. When Paulie get mad, he turns red.
He
And so
turned red, and
basically,
I'm glad he told him, "Shut the hell up."
Paulie tells him to shut the F up. And that's when, Collar gets activated, And he's like, you don't tell me the STFU. You don't tell me the STFU. Dolores swoops in, gets Red Polly out of the scene. And now we know that Polly's not a punk because, some people thought Polly was a punk. I don't think Polly's a
No,
punk.
why
He's
he's
Why you
just
not a
think
someone to
punk?
play.
I
Dolores for
liked it.
him? Why
I
you think
liked
Dolores?
it too.
Dolores get ragged by that
She
man
was. She said,
every
"Mommy, mommy,
Wednesday,
mommy."
Thursday, Friday.
But she knew exactly when to step in too. Like Dolores knew, like, all right, now it's getting too much. I don't like it. Let's go. Like it's time. Boo, boo, boo. Oh,
So,
No,
she.
all
because
right.
I think she knew her man was about it. She knew
Yeah,
Oh,
he
she
kept
knows.
dressing it. He gonna rock up in that place, and she didn't want her man dealing with. She's like, baby, let's go to the
Because,
park.
the thing about Fuda is he thirsty enough to press charges on you.
Mhm.
mm,
You have the people like that you can't put your hands on, baby. Can't put your hands on her.
you can't do it. You can't do it. And honestly, let me tell you, this whole thing rubbed me the wrong way, especially even Rachel being the one who's throwing this party. It's like they're trying to give us this narrative as if Rachel's the new HBIC.
And she's
Where did this
not.
come from? Like her and her man are the new it couple. It's honestly bothering me because I'm just sitting here like they give me nothing. I don't know. Like they give me nothing.
But you know what? Rachel is going to suffer from her husband doing her in as far as like
Mhm.
her time in the show because he's doing way too much. Like,
Doing a
I don't
lot.
know if you remember that season 6 reboot they did with Amber Marchese and her husband
Uh.
and the twins. Amber and the twins that season. Anyway, there was a girl named Amber who was on the show, and her husband is insufferable. And he is partly, in my opinion, he is the reason why she's no longer on the show. You know what I mean? She only had one season because he was just so like he was like a douche. I got to be honest with you. I hate using that word on the YouTube, and if you're watching it on the YouTube, I hate saying the D word, but that's what he was. All right, guys, the final scene. We're gonna go ahead and open up those phone lines. So the BCO, go ahead and drop the link. So if anybody wants to call in and give their thoughts on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, episode 1, and their thoughts and
Oh.
hopes for this season, you guys can call us and tell us all about it. Yeah, so Jennifer, Aiden, and Teresa are leaving and run into Rachel. Mm-mm-mm. Rachel says that and they say that the men should have had a conversation. They both agree. And Rachel says they should have had a conversation. So I was a little confused, but anyway, they said they should have a conversation. And Teresa says that Louis tried to, but her husband did not want to do it privately. Teresa says that he tried to be a gentleman, and Rachel asks her, what does she know about gentlemen? What does she know anything about a gentleman? They both agree that they do not want to get to know each other's husbands better, and that made me holler. Excuse me, Teresa told Rachel that Louis says that he respects. Excuse me, Teresa told Rachel that
Mhm.
John Fuda told Louis that he respects Teresa because they have somewhat of the same background, with them both being in the Slammer Jammer, and that she heard that he was the biggest drug dealer allegedly in Bergen County. And was it me? Just a quick yes or no, y'all. Was it me? Did Rachel address that?
She
She
didn't
was
say
she
nothing.
was white as fucking snow when
He
she
didn't.
said he respects me because we both been to jail. She would. I think they really thought that having a past, going to jail, but was never gonna come out. I feel like also the like your wife went to jail for drugs and you have no inclination of that. And
Mm-mm.
you have a child with her.
Well, Teresa said she said it and don't ever come for her husband again. Teresa and Jennifer Aiden are now stuffing their goodie bags with Skittles and candy and
That
just a
was
whole
me and
bunch of
Joan.
mess.
That would have
A
been
whole
me
bunch
and
of
Joan.
childish mess that you would find at a Jen Festival party. No tea, no shade. I just got to just say it. Jen Festival thinks she living in Willy Wonka, and that's all right, girl. That's you. Do you? And so John Fuda walks past Teresa, and Teresa says, "Hi, double-sided dildo," and I holler, "Get the reading, Teresa. I know that's right." And John walks over. They start talking, and John again starts yelling at Teresa, saying to let him finish. And thus, the second argument within the last 5 minutes, where he has not been able to get his thoughts out edgewise. And I was just trying to figure out: do those Ozempic allegedly how you can't get your thoughts out, or is it something else? I don't know. We're gonna get to that. And so, John says, stop trying to make him, um, stop trying to hit him for that S, aka the drug dealer allegations, as Fessler is currently making a speech that no one cares about. Poor thing. Then he screams at Teresa, has been, as Teresa swings her ponytail right on out the door with Jennifer Aiden in tow, and a couple of pieces of candy because the majority of it was falling on the floor, which I don't even think she noticed. Um, what did you guys think about the whole Teresa versus Rachel, Teresa versus John Fuda Everdahl? Joan, what you think?
Oh, I was gonna give it Andy. Well,
I had switched it out.
Yeah, switch it up.
I was just let me just say, we're talking about Teresa with Rachel, that
Mhm.
conversation.
Teresa,
Um,
Rachel, and Teresa, John. You can talk about the whole thing.
Perfect. Number one, Rachel, shut up because your man should have had that conversation. But the problem is, you guys wanted to set this up to have a scene. You guys wanted to have a fight. You guys wanted to have a moment. But Teresa didn't give you all that she could have. You wanted tornado. You wanted christening, but you didn't get it because that's why you wanted to talk to her husband there. That's why you wanted the camera time, but you weren't gonna get it, honey. And that's why she took all the little bags, the goodie bags, all the candy, and I would have walked right out there. And Jen, that's why I fuck with Jen. Jen right with her, like, fuck these people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And getting her stuff. And John Fuda, I'm glad she tell first of all, did he think the jail stuff was not gonna come out? That's what I'm really not understanding. Did he think the jail stuff was never gonna come out?
I don't
That's
know what he was thinking. It doesn't seem like he thinks much, to be honest with you.
literally. And my thing is, Teresa went to jail. We all know she went to jail for mortgage fraud. We all know what she went to jail for. And we know that,
It
honestly,
wasn't her fault.
it wasn't her fault. It was mostly her husband. So stop bringing it up. She did her time. She owns it. And she lives in her skin. You guys are the ones hiding that you were a drug dealer in Bergen County. So I just don't. I'm not messing with you. I don't mess with the Fudas because they're thirsty for attention, and that's not how you should come on a reality TV show. And if we want to talk about fan pages, Bravo Lover 123 was Rachel Fuda. So I don't know why we acting like she not a Bravo lover and she been wanted to be on this show.
I
Wendy Boo
just,
Boo.
Angie, what you think? Because I do not like her. So go
Well,
ahead.
I'm reversing it a little bit because I just want to say I think it's funny how Rachel's husband brought up in the beginning of the party talking about y'all heard that new rumor about me that I'll be with the because he tried and nobody paid him no mind. None of the husbands even like
Y'all
said
heard that
anything
new
like,
rumor.
bro, you shouldn't have said it. You didn't even need to have didn't even need to say anything.
Because
Now,
Angie, it was really like, I mean, you're like preaching to the choir with Joe Gorga. Like, he was like, I love fingers on my butt. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Show me a double sided dildo. I haven't, got down on. Go ahead, Angie.
no, for real though. So then I already thought he was a goofy from that. And then fast forward to it, Rachel really just like I did not like it. Like how she's trying to position herself, like this is my, you know what I mean? Like I'm that girl, this is my show type John. Teresa put her right back in her place. Yeah, because your man be doing this, and this. Yeah, we heard about you, and she had nothing to say. I'm a little tired of like Jennifer Aiden. I'm trying to figure out what she about to give me this season because
Ooh.
my whole thing is she was being real buddy buddy with everybody because she was talking to Rachel before Teresa even pulled up to be like, thank you, goodbye. But you never even responded to say that you were coming here. But why are you being little like nice and like buddy buddy with that? Why are you being nice to Marge earlier, talking about we're gonna talk later, we're gonna have our conversation? Like for Jennifer, it's like, why do you want to be in everybody's good graces this year? Like I like Jen Aiden when she stand on business and it's like F you, if you don't like me, you don't gotta like me. Like this is my truth and I'm always telling the truth. So that's the Jen that I like love. So this a little bit, I wasn't feeling it, but she did ride with Teresa when they left with them goodie bags because me and John would have been right there too. Let me get some. I don't fuck y'all, fuck this party, but I'm gonna leave with something, even though she didn't really leave with nothing. I'm gonna
Leave it
leave
with
with
something.
something. You know what I mean? And so yeah, the whole thing. I feel like somebody had brought it up in the chat comments too that her brother should have stepped in. I can't remember where her brother was. Did they like pan to him at all during this fight? Because like I feel like I didn't see Joe during her fight with Rachel's husband. So yeah, right.
He's not going to step in. You
I
know,
know he
he's
wouldn't.
got,
He wouldn't have anyways.
he's going to egg it
Like he
on.
never has. He never has. But I think it was just like somebody could have stepped in. No man stepped in, which I thought was mad weird. They all just
Well,
allowed
did
this
you
man.
see? She was trying to tell Danielle's husband. He was like, I don't want anything to do with it. Did you
Mm.
see that? She was like, yeah, he's over there doing this. And Danielle's husband was like this and kept walking.
Because they're honestly a cult. If you're not with Joe, Fuda, and Plumber, if you're
Mhm.
not on their team, they're gonna outcast you. That's why they don't mess with Paulie and Danielle's husband's on the fence. That they were also talking to Danielle's husband. I don't know if y'all peeped when they were
Mhm.
like owls, owls. They were talking about Danielle's husband too, because he doesn't like to be a part of that mess.
Joe and Danielle's husband was going through something too. George Gorga and him, they were, while Paulie and Rachel's husband, what's Rachel's husband's name? I keep forgetting.
I don't know.
John?
He's cute.
Rachel's husband?
Rachel?
No, ooh, Danielle, the tall
Danielle's
one.
husband. I forgot
Rachel's
his name
husband,
too.
they was going through something like Rachel's husband and Paulie, while they were yelling, George Gorga and Danielle's husband were going back and forth.
Nate. Shout out,
Nate.
shout out.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all peeped that, but they
Thank
were
you.
arguing.
No, I didn't beat that. I might have to go back and watch it. All right, production. Denise, go ahead and let Sean up, our first caller.
Woo!
Hey,
And before
Sean.
we get started, Sean, make sure that you guys are liking, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you for everything that you guys are doing. We appreciate you. And we're on the hunt to get to 1,000 subscribers. So let's get there. We're almost there. We're just about halfway there. And we're going to get to that 1,000. That's the goal. So the callers call in. They get undivided. You know what I'm saying? They get to say their little thing uninterrupted unless they want to ask us a question. So, Sean, I know that you either had dinner or are about to go cook it. So please go ahead and tell us what you're thinking.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Y'all think Teresa walks on water, don't y'all?
No,
boy.
she's crazy.
No, we hold her accountable.
Y'all ain't seen nothing, none of the dirt that Teresa has done over all these years.
Give me some dirt that she's done. Just give us some dirt.
The main reason why Joe and Melissa didn't go to the wedding, why?
Because she wasn't in the
But
wedding
she wasn't a
party.
bridesmaid. She wasn't a bridesmaid.
No. Teresa did her old little dirty tricks again like she was doing seasons before. Keep
What'd she
trying to
do?
say Melissa was cheating on Joe. That's
She
exactly
didn't
why they
try to
didn't
say
go to the
Melissa. Now,
wedding.
Sean, go ahead. Because, see, I'm going to get mad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, she didn't say that lady was trying to cheat on her. She sent her husband over to tell that man that's the word going on the street, and she tried to do it the best way that she
Off
knew how.
camera,
But how many times has she done that? How many
But
times
that's the
has she
thing,
done
though,
it?
right? So listen. So here's what, right? So she has done that in the past on camera. She's done it in the past on camera in front of a group. So this time she did it off camera. She sent her husband man to man to do it. And in my opinion, she needed to tell her brother that, but there would have been no way that she would have been able to tell her brother that without them getting mad because they always move the goalposts. If I told you on camera you didn't like it, if I told you just one-on-one on camera you didn't like it, if I told you on camera with a group of people you didn't like it,
But was
then I
it
go off
true?
camera and tell you, and I send my man over there
Probably.
so you
It
won't say,
probably was.
hold on, wait,
Ain't nobody
hold on, wait,
came
hold
out
on,
and
wait,
said
hold on, wait,
nothing
hold on, wait,
about her cheating.
Sean.
This is the same old
Now you
mess that
now
Teresa
I feel like
does
John Fuda.
every year.
Sean,
She trying to
am I
first she was a
good?
stripper. Now she was cheating on Joe with somebody, her old
Because she be
boyfriend.
on
Now
display.
she got one of Melissa's old friends that used to be a bridesmaid saying something. She been going after Melissa from day one. She didn't want them on the show. She tried to ice them out. She didn't like it when Caroline Manzo and them didn't want to talk to her, but then they found out, oh, you nice, you good. Oh, now she hate Caroline and them. And y'all said Teresa mad at God because she went to jail. No, your husband is the reason why you went to jail, and you're the reason why you went to jail because you kept lying and lying and lying to the judge about your assets.
So when you
That's
bring
why
up
you went to jail. You can't blame nobody but
Sean,
yourself.
when you bring up the whole she didn't want them on the show, why you didn't mention that Melissa was Facebooking and giving Danielle, her sworn enemy at the time, information about their family to use against Teresa, so she can. So why didn't you mention that? Why didn't you mention when Melissa did her interview? She said that she was coming on the show to take down Teresa. Why didn't you mention that?
She didn't say she was coming to take down
Oh,
Teresa.
and
They was debating on
now
who
Run it
look,
called
back.
who
Send the
called.
clip.
The
Send the clip.
producers wanted the beef
Send the
because
clip,
they know they
Sean.
wanted the ratings because they know they was beefing. So that's why they brought Melissa onto the
uh,
show.
Andy has admitted it.
Angie's admitted
Yes,
it.
they wanted the drama.
So that's not wrong.
And another thing, them little
Oh,
fake scenes that her and Louis be setting up, she tried to fake stuff with Joe Judice, but Joe would never go for it. Try to make it seem like they got a happy life, happy wife. No, that's all fake. Louis trying to be the peacemaker, but he turns around and get caught on a hot mic because he didn't know Teresa was filming, and his true colors is showing. It's all for fake and smoke and
Sean,
But that's
mirrors.
my
Sean, the
thing.
people telling me
They're
to get
both
my wig
fake.
on you, Sean.
They're both fake, but the difference is Teresa's a bully and she stands on it. Like she said while she was doing the candy, like I'll rip their head. I'll say what it is right now and I'll go off. The problem is Melissa likes to throw stones and hide her hands. And that's the problem with Melissa. And that's why I can never rock with her. Because the reason why you got on this show was to try to take down your sister-in-law. And that's why I can never rock with a fake hoe like her.
They got on the
That's why
show because the producers called them because they was having
No, she
drama.
didn't try to
but
No,
do
she
the
they
didn't
stone
called the
that.
pick up the
Now,
producers. They
phone.
Sean,
called the
They called the
okay, okay, okay,
producers.
okay,
I'm
okay,
in the
okay,
streets of Jersey.
okay. Hold on. Okay,
And that's why Dolores don't stand up for her, because she know the dirt that Teresa does.
okay, wait a
And
minute.
you can't reason with Teresa when you try to tell her the right thing to do. Did she go off the handle?
Okay,
Mhm.
Sean. Now you've given that you okay. Normally your time will be up, but I did ask you for your reasoning, so I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds. Did you have anything you want to say about this episode?
Teresa was wrong for going up to
Good
Rachel
night, Sean.
for
My
talking
bad.
about them husbands. She should have left that to Louis, and that's what started the whole fight argument between them. And that man would have
Well,
never
this
said
is
nothing
the
to
one I
Teresa
want
if Teresa would have just shut up and just left it between that man, Fuda, and Louis. Which
No,
Hmm.
Rachel
Teresa
went up.
there
did
was
not.
Rachel said it.
Hold on,
Where's your
hold on, y'all.
husband?
Hold on, wait.
Rachel said, "Where's your husband?"
Joan,
And she said, "Well, he's
if
not here."
Louis
I'm a
Joan.
if
magician.
Louis would have
And
never
then she
did
said,
dug
"I'm
up
a
Joan.
magician."
went in
Then
their
she said,
background and talking
"He's a
Joan.
about his
magician."
child, it would have never happened. If they did that to y'all, you wouldn't have nothing for them at all either. Tell the
Okay.
truth.
All right, Sean. Listen, if it's got something to do with Melissa and Joe and them and Marge and them, I'm never going to agree on it. But what I will say is, you can always call up here, and I'm not gonna be mad at you because you that team. You know what I'm saying? I want
I'm
everybody to
not team
know that.
nobody, but
No, you
I
are.
can
I
see
You
both
are.
understand.
Yeah,
You
sides.
kind
No,
of
you
sound
come
like
back,
my
are.
come
team.
back,
You
come back next week. Come back next week. I'm gonna show you
I
all the
will.
clips of Melissa.
All right, bye.
well, Sean, what you made for dinner?
Spaghetti.
All right.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I'm
Bye.
hungry too, child. And that's Jersey. She's cooking Italian.
Mhm.
All right, production. Go ahead and let us our next caller, Mel. Now we let her go a little longer, y'all. So don't be mad if I have to chop y'all off after a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
She
don't
been
worry about
flowing.
me getting chopped up, honey. I don't got no wrist. I'm good with that. So
Wait, Mel. You ain't even, y'all just
I'm
over there
joking.
cussing and fussing. Y'all even know what I'm talking about. Is
I'm
this
joking with you. I'm joking with you. Hello, Chase, and
is
hello,
this how
late.
John Fuda felt?
I don't know about no John Fuller, honey. I don't know about him, but I want to say hi. I want to say hi to Chase and hi to the ladies. I never met y'all before, so I want to talk to y'all too. Hello,
Hi.
how
Hi.
you doing?
Good.
So for me, you know what? I'm just tired of Teresa coming to every season with everybody going after her on the cast. That makes me crazy. So I always had an issue with Melissa and Joe, her husband, because they would sit up there for years and years and years and cry about how this woman was destroying their family. I never understood after you felt that, why didn't you leave the show? You didn't have to stick on that show. So the thing is, why didn't you ever decide to leave the show and have your sister invite you back on the show? This was her show with her friends. I never understood that dynamic. So for all these years as a viewer, I'm supposed to sit around and go, "Oh, I'm so sad for Melissa and Joe." No, y'all could leave if you wanted to. Nobody has to stay on that show. So I never buy into that kind of fake feuding things. And also when it comes to Joe, he should be a man to go to his sister and say, "Listen, we lost our dad and our mother, and I know that you don't have you having issues with my wife. Let's just try to try to work on that." I don't think it's Teresa's responsibility. They came into this show with an agenda, and she caught it, and she's had a rough time. Um, so that's what I feel about Melissa and Joe. What I was going to say, Marge, because I'm thinking about some other things. So Marge, you know what? I've said it before. She basically tells me to quit reject with bad surgery. She doesn't really give me anything that I want to watch on TV. She's very, I think what's so crazy too that when this season came out, all the girls went to the shows, did the same thing they've done for 3 years. Melissa and Teresa and Jennifer are out to get me. They go into the blogs. Well, Miss Marge, what happened to your friend you had for over 20 years that were trying to go to everybody telling them what you've been trying to do to the people? So I'm just confused why they are so focused on Teresa and this blog, but they're not focused on a woman who had a friendship with a person she know personally. I don't want to hear about somebody who's trying to get clout off of some information. I want to hear about the friendship you have, like your sister. That woman's telling the truth. I don't care about some little clout chaser person. I want to know about your friendship. And also, every time Marge has an issue with somebody, she calls them crazy. She called Danielle Staub crazy. She called her friend crazy. She called Jennifer crazy and Teresa. How's everybody crazy? I think if she looked in the mirror, she would know that her surgeon is crazy because the way they got her going up there looking like a hot mess is absolutely insane. So you know what, Mr. Chase and Miss Ladies, listen, I definitely, this is my show, and this is the one I like to call in on and
I love it.
And give my 2 cents about some things. So that's just what I like to do.
You
But
just
yeah,
read
I think
them
that
down.
what say hello, what'd you say?
I said you read them down.
Thank you, honey. Listen, you know, I don't really read on the YouTube. I really don't. I mean, I just come in a little bit, you know, I'm not a reader. I just like I like to get pointed observations. That's what I like to do. Truthful observations. Because the simple fact is, you know, this show is a hot mess. I'm just so sick and tired of it. And I was going to say too that the husbands, you know, so the thing too, they always try to play Louis as this weak, you know, some kind of crazy stuff going on. Now, it was so like real man stuff to have him say, come on, man, let's go sit somewhere with a camera or without, and let's try to work this out. Why you need your wives and your friends. Mind you, these friends ain't worth a damn thing, but why you need the whole posse around you for you to be man up and talk about what the issue is? That made no sense to me. They could not explain that. And that woman, Rachel, jumping up and down, trying to get something started, she was looking for more. She wanted to get clocked by Teresa so she could sit around and play the victim and say that she got hit. They are always testing Teresa. Now, Teresa is not perfect. I don't think anybody in that cast is perfect, to be honest with you. Nobody is. So I just think it's crazy to me that they all just try to make her the villain. But that's what I feel about that.
Well, you ain't off base with that one. You hitting it on the head. Mel, thank you so much for your support always. Let me tell y'all something. Mel is always down for the cause, always supporting No Chase TV and just anything that he champions. He lets the people know that, and I really do appreciate that. And we got along, but we don't have long because I think Jersey is only 13 episodes this season, so we only got 12 more to go. So like, we don't have a long ride, but we're gonna have a fun one. Okay, Mel?
Yes, that sounds good to me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mel NYC Reviews, baby in the house. Let's bring up our next caller. And it is a surprise. I don't want to say the name. Caller, could you say who you are? What's your name, caller? Caller? Uh-oh.
I can't hear him.
Oh, caller. Caller. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Hold on, let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Oh, can you hear me? Like you can hear me now.
Oh, Chase's arch nemesis is in the building.
Okay. I miss you
Owen,
guys.
what's up?
I miss you guys. How are
I
y'all?
miss you too. I hope everything is well. God bless you.
Yeah, everything is good. I guess we can start with Dolores. I think that they're gonna have to get rid of her if they get rid of Teresa. I think that she'll be on the show for a long time because let me take that back. If they were to ever face Teresa, which I don't think that they ever will, but I'm just saying.
Get it straight.
What I'm trying to say is Dolores will never go until she'll be there with Teresa. Is what I'm trying to basically get at. Because I feel as though they see her as the peacemaker, and I feel that's why she was, in that new cast photo or whatever they did. She was in the middle, and I think that they basically are going to use her for that because I really think she could go, and I think that she's honestly a huge problem as well because she just doesn't know how to stick up for Teresa, in my opinion. Because I think that she is more in cahoots with Marge, and I just don't like how that pans out, and I don't really think she's the best friend to Jennifer either. And I'm kind of glad that a few seasons ago, Jennifer chewed her out for that. But aside from that, I will say that Rachel, even though I really do not like her and I never liked her, but I do think that she's the worst thing that could ever happen to Melissa because she is everything that Melissa wishes she kind of could be in a villain because she is because Rachel is very cold. Melissa's kind of a victim blamer and she likes to teeter the line between playing that role. So I think that that's definitely the distinction between the two, and she's just kind of not afraid to go at Teresa, and it does and it makes sense, but at the same time, her husband, like you said, Chase, definitely is a point of contention as well
He's
as to
gross.
her. What'd you say?
He's gross.
He is, and I think that it could get to a certain point where she's gonna burn out of steam, because I think he really takes the spotlight away from her, because she really is a good villain, and truth be told, as good of a villain as she kind of is, Marge can go too. Marge and Melissa
Oh,
can go
Marge
next
can go
season.
back.
So,
I think they'll leave. I think they're going to be fired if the next season.
I don't think they're gonna move this cast. I think they're loving it exactly how it is right now. I don't really see any changes happening. Maybe some demotions to friend of, but
no, somebody got to go. You got to chop half of these people. They got to go. I'm over it. We've been doing this for like almost
4
seasons.
seasons.
And this is season 14, so like 12 years we've been doing this. I can't take it.
And truth be told, I'd hate to be that person, but they honestly could have gave Jen Fessler a main role and then demoted Danielle or even not even casted Danielle as a full-time.
Gave Willy Wonka the role. Coco Cohen.
I like Jen Fessler though. I really like her though.
Oh Lord Jesus, honey. Jen Fessler, all right, but I don't know about the main role.
But to be fair though, Danielle's kind of like, she has the whole brother storyline, and I feel like she wasn't even being really forthcoming about that though.
She was. I feel like she did something.
Yeah, so something's not adding up with that, and I think we're going to find out this season that she may have some anger issues, allegedly.
Because didn't she beat up Jennifer?
That's allegedly what happened.
Danielle
did. And my thing is, with all these Bravo shows and all these altercations, they're going to have to, do something about that. Like I said, and then we saw last season, she's not a reader, and she's not really quick either. Because Marge ate her up on that trip.
Quick-fisted, knuckles.
Yeah, but she's not quick in the head, and that's the thing.
She's not the brightest in the room. Well, all right, Cohen, thank you for giving us a call and support.
Oh, it's good to see y'all. Thank you so much. Good
to hear from you. All right, Demisel, you got 30 seconds. You got anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Man.
He run the production. He might as well come up here and talk for a little bit. What you got to tell the people about this episode, Demisel?
Hi guys. Hey, I just want to say that this season is showing us yet again, and we've only on episode 1, that this is the Teresa July show. They can't even get through a scene, honey, without, you know what I'm saying, bringing up Teresa, bringing up Louis. Like, I hate Margaret. I think she is the ultimate real life Brooke Logan, like still the perpetual victim. Oh my God, woe is me. But it's like, girl, you are the one that started with Louis. You were the one looking into his past and worrying about the stuff that he had going on before he got with Teresa. Even after Teresa told you, I know about that already, it doesn't matter. And you kept going. And now, even if he did get the investigator, it's just like you started it. You started it with him first, so it's just like you can't get mad at him for doing the same thing that you were doing. The only difference is he hired a private investigator and you were just doing it yourself. Like, it's just like, come on now, girl. Like, you started this whole thing and now you want to be the victim. Like, and that's the thing that I can't stand about Marge, because she would be a great villain if she could just stand in her messiness. Like... Girl, you don't like Teresa. You never really liked Teresa for real. And that's just what it is in your team, Melissa. And it's just like Melissa and Joe Gorga irk my soul, because it's just like Teresa has been telling y'all for like 3 years now, even though Teresa is not squeaky clean, but she has always been right about Marge. She tried to tell him with the Jackie thing. Then she tried to tell him last year that Marge, your so good friend, is the one spreading these rumors about you. Like, hello, wake up. Please wake up.
Agreed.
And they just refuse. I just can't. And Rachel and her Michael Jackson version 3 nose and her cokehead husband, allegedly, they can leave. Because it's just like calling Teresa a has-been. It's just like, if she's a has-been, you were a never been. So it's just like... Like, if it wasn't for Teresa, you wouldn't even be having a moment right now, because who cares about Rachel Fuda? Period. And you. Like, let's be for real. No one cares about y'all. Y'all didn't even have to be brought back. I don't even know why y'all brought back. And your husband look a mess. I just want to tell you, boo, if you ever see this,
He looked
John
better
look a
bigger.
mess. He look a mess, and you should have told him to keep some of that weight, baby.
Yeah,
Because,
I agree.
Maybe you would have been able to keep that collar down. Ain't that right, Demetrio?
okay. Because them and that Ozempic, honey, oh my God. Like, Marge look a mess. I don't know if it's the Ozempic, the
I
multiple
told you. Angie
facelift
says
she's
that
been
she looks
at.
better. I think she's looking worse. Like that
I
little
think March doesn't look that bad. It's just the neck.
that
Like,
no,
oh
it's
my
all the
gosh, she looks skinty. Like, she need to go eat.
yeah, she's too much. You need to lay off the once a week.
But
Well,
yeah,
I think that we
I
have a
do agree
position.
though. They do need to do a cash shakeup though. I can say that I agree with that too
What
because
you?
I'm tired of Marge. I'm tired of Melissa. Like, bye, good day. Take Rachel with you. Like, oh my goodness, we definitely could have had Jen Fessler over one of them.
Mm.
All
Like,
right. Well,
but we'll see
Demetrio,
how this
thank you
season
for
goes,
huh?
child. I said we'll see how the season
We're
goes.
gonna see how it goes. I want to thank you for running the show for us today and coming up here and
Thank
giving your thoughts.
you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you. We also want to thank all of our callers who called in today. Sean. We want to thank Mel NYC Reviews. We also want to thank Cohen, Demisio. We want to thank everybody who's been in the group chat with us. Art World. Hey, how you doing, baby? Sean, Miss Main
Pretty.
Tips, aka Amanda K. Priya. Who else did you guys see?
Kaden,
Katie and I saw.
Leah,
Girl.
yeah,
Ricky, we just got
yes, Ricky,
Danny, just
Nicole.
some of everybody, and almost 100 people watching across all platforms. So for our first show, that's pretty hot. Thank you.
I love it.
I know, right? That's crazy, right? I did not expect that at all. So I'm overjoyed. But with that being said, we'll see you next week. And hopefully we have something good to talk about next week. So we'll see you next week. But until then, like, subscribe, comment, and share everywhere you can. We appreciate you. Angie and Joan, thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having us.